Welcome to another episode of
These Are the
Aesthetics. I go by the name of Cheech, a.k.a. the ladies' favorite broadcaster, a.k.a. Back again for another week, a.k.a. just paying these bills and keeping my head down.
Good to hear that. I go by the name of Gary, a.k.a. In Gary We Trust, a.k.a. Mr. Sneaker Convo, a.k.a. Black people, please stop hurting each other over Jordan.
Or Black History Month.
Black History
At
Month
that.
Even though it's always Black History for us, but it's like, hey.
Oh my God. But before we get into the how we feeling, how we doing shit, this episode is, I don't know, it's a celebration and a funeral at the same time. Celebration because, Gary's getting married. I think the wedding is what? Today is the 4th?
Oh, yeah, this is the last part where I'm single.
Yeah.
Well, on paper.
Engaged. Bop, bop, bop.
Look at you trying to be on Gael's good graces in front of the bachelor.
You see? Get him. But also it's a funeral to Gary's single years. So I'm happy, man. I'm happy. I'm proud of you. I wanted to start the show saying that because no one in our clique has done. You the first out the clique to be getting married, and the way you did it is commendable. You found something you like, someone you like. Let me not say something. You found someone you like, and you build upon that love. After years and years, whatever, time passes and stuff, you did it the right way. It's not like, a kid is happening out of nowhere and you forced to get married. It's not like her parents were on your ass about it. It's genuine love. You found love, you got in love, and you want to be drowning in love for the rest of your life. So congratulations.
Thank you.
By the time we record again, you're gonna have a wedding band on.
That is true.
One around your finger, one around your nuts. How do you feel?
Those are for the white boys, by the way.
How do you feel, man? How do you feel?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good. Just like with everything as far as like preparation, everything, it has been time consuming and heavy on my mental, as you know. But
and physical.
Yes.
We're gonna have those conversations after the wedding.
Yes. I've been told, like, I've been getting the DMs like, hey, yo, you good? Like, I see my family is like, you lost so much weight.
He's not anorexic.
I'm not on Ozempic. I have to put that out there.
I don't know. Niggas gotta fit a suit. I don't know what people have to do.
I don't want to fit it that way. Mm-hmm. But yes, I am happy.
And he does not have that shit. He's been with one woman this whole entire time for the last 8 years, so don't think it's something else.
Clean it up.
Huh?
9 years.
No, not you. I'm saying the entire time. One. So he don't have what you guys might be thinking of that I'm not saying.
Well, thank you. Oh, but yeah, man. Like I'm excited. I'm super happy. I'm like, because my wedding is technically a vacation as well at the end of the day, so I can't wait.
Ah, here you go with the married man talk. My wedding is also a vacation. You know what? This is what I want to get into, right? One, I know the emotions are gonna be high during your special day, but I hope you know, if you start crying on that altar, we're gonna judge you. We're gonna clown you.
Well, can we talk about that? So why can't a grown man cry at his own wedding?
Why are you crying? Just let me know why you're crying, because again, this is my point of view. You done seen this woman naked. You done seen the woman without makeup, with makeup, early in the morning. You seen her cry. You seen her look crazy before. So you pretty much seen the, different facets of her. So what is, I get it. The dress, the moment. What is so intense in that moment that you have to stand there and cry? Are you crying because your freedom is going out the window? Or are you crying because you're gonna miss the hoes? Or are you crying because of the money you done spending money for this part of the wedding? What are you crying about?
Well, I'm crying about life as far as like excitement.
Oh,
Tears
so when
of
you're
joy.
excited, you cry.
So with tears of joy, that's the thing.
Okay, tears of joy.
The fact that I get to see my wife walking down in a very pure white dress, walking down the aisle, coming to me. It's like,
But you should be used to white. You Jamaican. You guys wear white every day.
that's racist.
It's not racist.
That's racist. I had a joke about numbers.
Yeah, watch it, nigga.
I'm outnumbered.
Man.
You know, speaking of that, one thing I don't have to worry about the Haitians at the wedding is that like everybody will be wearing dress shoes.
Oh shit! What are you trying to say?
Because like Jamaicans, we so used to wearing sneakers everywhere.
That's true.
But Haitians is like, shoot, if it's to a soccer game,
Oh shit!
pointy toe.
All right.
Yeah, but honestly, yeah, that's the reason why.
So you
I
might
really
shed a
want to
few
cry.
tears of joy.
Of course.
I will say we will clown you. I hope you know that.
I already
it's
like.
fine.
First of all, I'm already in this part of my life. I'm already getting judged the most. I think I'm at a point in my
I
life
would
where
say judged, ridiculed,
someone's-
yes, not judged.
like during the process of like this wedding, I would say is like you can't please everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Someone's gonna call you corny. Someone's gonna call you, that's fly. People are gonna applaud you. Fam, I remember when I went to like this one of my old barbershops, I needed a cut last minute. I told him I was getting married. This nigga thought like I was dying. He's like, damn, fam, why would you do that?
Well, Jamaicans usually.
He wasn't Jamaican. He's actually, they're Puerto Ricans.
Oh, okay. If it was a Jamaican barber, I'd say maybe he thought you was gonna marry a big white girl for your papers. I don't. It's not a. It is not. By the way, I love my Jamaican brothers.
So Haitians think they better because they marry the big Jamaican woman for their papers.
Hey, we get married for love. But yeah, I mean, I done seen you adjust. I think my favorite I guess aspect or just skill that I've seen you mastered is more so I don't give a fuck. Cause the old Gary is attending 20 different dinners a week because I have a big family, never really have time for himself. And if he does, he's sharing that time partially with his girl. So you're so used to being pulled in so many directions. So now I kind of like the independent side of you that's like, no, I can't do this. Now you're going to use your wife for everything. My wife said no.
That's not his fault. Not like that. Not like that. I already had something planned.
Yeah, I have something planned. Yeah. We have different plans.
Yes. Even though people like were not going to believe him, but yes, like me and Gael, yes, we are still individuals at the end of the day. Even though we are one, but we are still have our own identities.
Okay. Got it. Let's go with that, buddy.
But I'll take your hate as love.
No, it's not hate. You know what's funny is I could not be more prouder of Gary. That's the crazy thing. But how's your, we covered your physical well-being and your mental health and all that stuff. I'm assuming your pockets will be a little bit better after this fiasco is done.
For sure. But anyways, I am also like, I'm feeling like a good solid 10 right now.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. It's pretty
feeling
good.
A good 10.
But for me, maybe it's my emotional intelligence, and maybe it's me growing up. But nowadays, when things happen to me before I start with my rate, I always ask myself two questions. Mm-hmm. Why is this happening to me? Because I like to hold myself accountable. Yeah. For putting myself in certain situations. Mm-hmm. And the second question I like to ask is, what is this teaching me? Because
that's a good question.
As a Caribbean man and as a black man, we always think there's a bigger plan. There's a bigger, God is preparing you for something, or it's your karma, or, you have to go through the suffering to get to the joy at the end of the tunnel. So, I'm at a place in my life where it's like I'm just grateful for solitude, peace, and just quiet. I enjoy being by myself a lot more. I'm gonna rate my experience a 10. Besides working a lot, I really have nothing to complain about.
The only thing is like with you is I would say is like you definitely, even though there's a lot of labor, but you do get the fruits of your labor.
Oh, I enjoy the space I created for myself. Let's just say that. Yes, but yeah, I'm a solid 10, man. I just couldn't wait. This week felt so long for some reason. Like from the last time we've been here to now, I feel like there's so much shit happened, including possibly a world war.
Fam, I feel like 3 weeks, just personally and everything in the world, I think I had like 3 weeks in one.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Can't touch on it too much, but I'm a happy man.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Well, what are we starting with this week? We're starting with...
Start off with the shit.
Yeah. We might be on the verge of World War III. Now, let me preface this by saying that this is not a political podcast. We're not going to tell you what Trump is doing wrong and whose side are we on or nothing like that. Mm-hmm. But what I will say is, Trump, if you get rid of all the immigrants, who do you think? Who are you going to call? to go help you out with the shit you signed up for. Trump, to me, bro, is like that parent that want to sign their kid up for random activities that their kid has no interest in. Like, America be chilling. Then he'll get on the TV and say, hey, Venezuela, guess what? We're coming for you. It's like, whoa. Niggas was at the base chilling, possibly planning on seeing their girl at a certain point in time, and now they got to get deployed again. It's like, bro, it's a lot. There's a lot of shit going with...
Coming after, like, Iran.
Yeah, going after Iran. And it's just like, you know, I get it when there's war or there's potential of war.
Money's being spent.
Money's being spent. And you know, the American people might feel like this is a fight for democracy. But one good point I heard a journalist said was, America doesn't have feelings. We have interest. So when we going against these people or we going after their leaders, their land, their resources, it's because we want something out of it.
For sure.
It's not all because, people are dying over there. Like, we have an agenda.
And we have alliances.
We have alliances, too. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the world will be in 2 weeks. I don't know what the world will be in a month. It's like we pretty much reading a chapter in the Revelations book in the Bible at this point.
See, and the thing is, like, with everything going on, is just because everything that's been going on has been telling me why Trump got elected. Because of the fact is, like, because as America, as the whole country, they view us as arrogant. Like, we want to control everything. Like, you got to remember, like, we're the only country that will literally tell another country, no, you need to freaking live this way. Mm-hmm. Even if we don't live there and have no intentions on living there, or even having an army base there. Mm-hmm. No, you can't be doing this. If you do this, we will go over there and take some shit and fuck up your shit. Mm-hmm. We're the only country, well, I mean, not the only country, but we're, like, the biggest country that really, like...
Yeah, big bank take little bank.
And, like, one thing is, like what I always tell everybody, and I'm not telling anybody who you should vote for or anything, but it's like, the thing is, like, for people like who voted for Trump, if I had to ask them just one question, you have to understand, this is a man that, like, while he was, like, in his first term, he was trying to get, people were trying to impeach him, like, damn near every month. Mm-hmm. He got convicted for a bunch of shit. First of all, during the whole process of, before him getting into his second term, this man got arrested, took a public mugshot. So
is allegedly in the Epstein files, which are obsolete now. Like, everybody's up on trial except for him.
Everyone was there except Trump, even though there's been a lot of pictures of you and Jeffrey Epstein out in the, you know.
Magically, you were the only person that was never there that knew him.
Exactly. Meanwhile, we have literally straight images of you in different outfits in different places with this man, but you don't know him. Cool. But anyways, like, if this man has went through all this through the American people, what makes you think that he's actually gonna come back into the White House and do good by us?
Yeah, it's.
But as a human being, do you think this man has an agenda going back into the office? Do you think he's like how our community calls it, getting it back in blood?
Yeah, I think he. I think he wants to live in an America that he created in his mind. Like the things that he's, because we can't call it the land of the free, home of the brave if there's no true freedom. We can't, say, hey, the very fabric of America, immigration is part of that. Immigrants come and play a pivotal role when we try to kick everybody out. So I think it's a very user mentality, because you can't just use me to clean your house, do your grass, work in your hotels, work in your restaurants, and then once you over my services, hey, go back home now. We no longer need you.
Facts.
What about my kids? What about my lifestyle? What about me coming here to have a better life, to get paid more for my worth and for what I'm able to provide to society? So I think he has a very skewed view. Like, sometimes I have a more realistic view about it, because I'm like, yo, he's a 70, 80-year-old man, and he was raised in an era where they weren't looking at any other races of people equally anyway.
They were the majority, really.
They were the majority. So you grew up with parents instilling that in you. You grew up as an independent thinker and as a businessman, and you used to taking over shit and rebuilding shit and restructuring shit your way. So we have to also think that Trump is a business mind. Like, in America is run like a corporation. Like, he's always going to look at the bigger picture. He doesn't necessarily care about the casualty of war. He wants to win the war. So, but at the expense of who? How do you want America to look to the world when it's all said and done? What kind of precedent as the number one nation, quote unquote, in the world that we setting up forth?
And the thing I don't understand too is, like, and I also always wanted to ask you this question, but I guess it just came to my head now. You're like, sorry that we're on camera. I have to ask you this on the spot. Mm-hmm. But it's like, seeing like all of like the motives that, like, when America goes into a country, like you just said, it's probably, we want something there. We have an alliance. But it's like someone like Trump, where it's like, Trump, it's no secret. He lives in Mar-a-Lago, which is in Palm Beach. When you see not even trying to be racist, but when you see a black person in Palm Beach, what race are they usually from?
Jamaican, Haitians,
mostly
Bahamians, mostly Haitians, though.
Mostly Haitians.
Correct.
Now, if you live, and I'm pretty sure the people that probably work in your establishment are probably Haitian, you see Haitians very dominantly where you live. Just out of curiosity, it's like, why don't you think we do anything what's going on with Haiti?
I think...
And that's a genuine question.
No, it is, and that's something funny enough that all the Haitians at work have been talking about. So one thing about Haitians, we're going to discuss some politics, even if we have no credentials to speak politics.
And even if people don't know, where it's like the process of going into Haiti is freaking insane right now.
I think this is what it is. Like I said, America always has a motive and an agenda, an interest. So I think what it is there's something that we need to negotiate and hand over. There's a transaction that regular people can comprehend. Like, there's something that they need that we're not giving up for us to have an alliance with them, for them to green light certain things. It's never like Venezuela got gas and oil, and certain places got gold. Haiti is probably sitting on something valuable that he wants, and the people are not budging. And if you can't give up something to get something back, then we can't be in business together. We can't be in bed together. We can't be in cahoots. So the people that want your shit always know the value of your shit more than you. Because you got to think about it. America got all the fancy technology. They know what we sitting on more than ourselves. They know our value more than us. So they probably going over there trying to take over and trying to be like, look, we're going to come and restructure this, put a president in play and do X, Y, and Z if you give us control of this. If you give us access to this. If we can go explore this region. If we can. So, like I said, there's a negotiation that we're not privy to that's happening. That's how I truly feel. Because every country, my dad taught me this, has this... It's called the oligarchy. Oligarchy is like a group of families that run the country. Even though it looks like the president make all the decisions, but fam, there's certain, you feel me? There's certain, you have a cabinet. There's certain people you have to please. There's people that endorse you to be president. Just like here, there's people that donated money to your campaign that you kind of have to share some of their beliefs and their values. So yeah, there's something we're not seeing, and I think eventually it's gonna be exposed. But yeah,
the reason I had that question is because like Haiti is so close, and I'm pretty sure you're aware of what's going on.
Everybody has a phone. Everybody has the internet. Everybody sees pictures. Like you could literally go on Google and type any parts of Haiti, and the fucking shit is gonna show up on your maps.
Yeah, it's just like obviously like I'm not like a Haiti spokesperson, but it's just like if you just everyone just sit down and think it's like, dang, if there's so many like Haitians that live here, you're trying to deport all the Haitians. Like you ever stop and think, why do they want to come here so bad?
Exactly, it's a vendetta. If our country was that great, we would not be here, obviously.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I think sooner or later the truth is gonna come out.
Yeah.
And just like you always say, wherever there's smoke, fire started somewhere. So. Yeah, I think that's what it is, man. But what are we getting into next?
Next thing is, so actually, so obviously you guys are watching a podcast.
Correct.
And me and Cheech, we also do love watching podcasts. It can be Joe Budden. It can be, I don't know, Club 520. It can be a bunch of podcasts. Mm-hmm. But recently, Netflix has been acquiring a lot of podcasts. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna say it's not just Netflix. I'm pretty sure there's other like platforms that are acquiring different shows and making deals that are just probably not out or known yet. Mm-hmm. But I was just like on my phone one day. I'm like, oh, where's the new Rory and Mal episode? Then where is the new Zach Lowe episode? And then the most obvious one is where it's like, because every morning I follow the Breakfast Club on YouTube, mm-hmm. and I'm only seeing these 2 to 3 minute clips, but I'm not seeing the full interview when they have guests on there. Mm-hmm. And then I went on the comments. It's like, damn, what the hell are y'all doing? Y'all really trying to make us go to Netflix? And I'm like, Netflix? So I go on Netflix, and this is even before Netflix had a podcast section. Yeah. I had to type up Breakfast Club. I had to type up the whole thing, Breakfast Club. And that's when it came up. So apparently now it's like Netflix is acquiring a lot of these shows that we watch.
That was part of the acquisition with Charlamagne the God and the Black Effect Network. I think
I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, like with Charlamagne the God, he doesn't own the Breakfast Club though. That's the thing.
He does not, but iHeartMedia does. So, and he works for them, and I think they brokered a deal with Netflix, and also his Black Effect podcast network is under iHeartMedia as well. So when they sold a chunk of, or when they did the licensing deal or partnership, whatever they call it, because this is, higher than my pay grade. I'm pretty sure Netflix is not gonna give you a bag, and you still are able to get your YouTube check, your Snapchat check, and your Patreon check. No, they're gonna want to centralize the audience.
And so the reason why I bring this up too is like because of like the acquisition with all these podcasts mm-hmm. going to Netflix. This is like, you know how like people know they did some shit that was dirty, where mm-hmm. it's like, or they just blatantly sold out. Unless you probably saw it and I didn't. Did you see any of these podcasts or platforms make an announcement that hey, we're on Netflix now?
No.
It's like it all happened like literally like at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and niggas just woke up. Where's the new episodes?
I don't think they were able to, because when you no longer own your shit, then you have no say in where it goes. And I think, and that's something me and you understand too. The name of the game right now is IP. Yeah. So it's like all the businesses are try to collect IP. So last I checked, somebody was trying to get Warner Brothers, or Warner Brothers was trying to buy something, or all the production companies are being sold off, or they being under one umbrella. We see it with sports all the time. Like you know how hard it is to find an NBA game or an NFL game. You don't know if you need to go on CBS. You don't know if you should go on YouTube. Yeah. Everywhere we live in a subscription model based world. You have to go somewhere to get something, and it's annoying.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I'm kind of like indifferent about it because it's like, because of me, believe it or not, even though I'm on YouTube more than any other like platform, but like I actually don't pay for YouTube Red. I have the regular YouTube because I'm so anti-paying for YouTube because it's like YouTube was given to me for free.
Correct.
So it's really hard to make that like transition. And don't get me wrong, it's been times where it's like, damn, I really want to try this YouTube Red free for 1 month because it's like they be getting very disrespectful. Like I don't know if you realize, like if you pause a YouTube video and then you play it again, 2 seconds later, a commercial comes up.
Of course.
So like I just want to say like I want to say that it is nice the fact that I'm watching my podcast without any commercials anymore. But the thing is, it's kind of taken away the community aspect. Like one thing that's very like notable about this Netflix transition is that there's no comment section. It's just straight. It's just straight content. That's it.
But they doing that so you don't get to see your analytics too. So I think from the business perspective, I just hope the creators are getting their fair share because. What if I sign up for Netflix just to watch my favorite podcast? Are you getting the bulk or the chunk of my money? Because Netflix is a one entity. Like you go there, now they have podcasting, they got TV series, they got movies. So when I pay my $8.99 or $10.99 or $11.99, like who does it go to? Does it get broken down the right way? So I think it's being like similar to the music industry. Like, oh, we all putting our music on Spotify. Okay, but if Drake and Kendrick and SZA are the only ones moving the needle, most of the money is gonna go to them. What about the little guys?
The thing is, like, the only thing really about this, like, this Netflix transition, all these podcasts, is that I just generally, from a content base and like growing your fan base, I think this is hurting all the platforms.
Yes, because you want to start for free, sell yourself, or be liked, be credible, and be loved by the masses. Then the money comes.
Because let's keep it real. Like I think, like us as consumers, it is way too hard to really, and it's too expensive to enjoy content. Because like, say if like someone like say someone like a Rory and Maul that I like to watch, and keep in mind they have the YouTube channel. Now it's on Netflix. You have to get a Netflix subscription to watch them, and they still have a Patreon. So you're telling me I got to spend probably like what $40 to $50 just to watch your one podcast?
The thing with the YouTube is there's no commitment because the it's free predominantly for the most part. Yeah. So if I start watching the show, I'm no longer interested. I could just walk away from that. But if I already paid my $10.99 for the month, now I'm forced to go find something else that I like. Now you're keeping me as a slave on here, and you forcing me to find something that I enjoy. And it's like, no, I want to have the freedom to walk away when I want. And that's the true freedom of being a consumer. Hey, I don't like this. I want to try that. But I don't want to pay 40 different places to potentially like one.
Exactly. I just feel like with all the streaming shit, all the apps, I feel like it just needs to happen to music. Because once upon a time, this was like going on in the music industry too, where it's like, oh, you got to get Tidal, you got to get Apple Music, you got to get Spotify. You can only get on this platform. But it's like, at this point, just have everyone just sign up to like 2 different programs. I think we're headed that direction anyway. But it's like, it's way too hard and difficult to enjoy content.
I think while the bidding wars are happening, it's going to be like that. But it's conditioning. That's what they're doing. Because eventually, in a couple months from now, by the end of the year, there's going to be 2 big dogs in town. It's either going to be Netflix or it's going to be this entity. And it's like... But, I mean, I'm kind of mad at YouTube, though, to let them walk away, to let most of your creators or most of the people that want to create walk away or be bought out by Netflix should be an embarrassment because y'all could have just gave them a deal yourselves. It's not like YouTube don't have the money.
Yeah.
Hey, you generate this for us. Netflix is trying to offer you what? We're willing to match it or give you equity in something. Like, I don't know. I don't know if YouTube didn't do anything because they're not what they used to be as far as like market share, or I don't know if they even care anymore.
So I gotta ask you the $1 million question though. Say if like this platform, our podcast has like 500,000 to like 1 million subs, and Netflix gives us like a huge bag. Are you taking the money to put all our content on YouTube and like we can't interact with our actual fan base?
Nah, I don't. I think the fan to. I just feel like it's good to interact with your core audience, especially the people that got you there, because it's not just about you watching the show. This is one part of the experience. Yeah. Because when people buy into you, they're buying it. We have a lifestyle podcast. They're buying into your interests, what you like, what you love, what you listen to. So I want to be able to tell my audience, hey, I have this candle for sale. I have this hat for sale. I have merch dropping. I'm doing a tour, and I don't have to fucking bust Netflix down part of my bread. Mm-hmm. So I kind of like the one-on-one relationship better. Like, you able to really have a genuine connection with your fans.
No,
and I don't know. Netflix to me, I feel like it would drown a podcast like ours because the people that would love this are such a niche community that if you're not onto what we on or understand life and live life the way we do, you're not gonna get it.
For sure, I would say that shit is hurting the Breakfast Club, bro.
Yeah,
out of any podcast, that shit's really hurt because like people are legit angry in the comments.
Yeah, but I mean, again, when shit like that happens, there's also now room because all these other platforms are gone for other entities like us to thrive. Because now we have to give you a reason now to stay on YouTube.
And plus, those recommendations go lower.
That's true. So even though it's a bad, there's also light at the end of it. Yeah, there's some benefits to that. So I mean, keep working. I guess that's the only thing I could tell people out there.
This was on my timeline. This is still on my timeline. This happened last week, where obviously Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo. Obviously, if you guys see the movie Sinners, they're getting a lot of it's pretty much award season. It's Oscar season. There's a lot of shows. There's a lot of award shows going on, just appreciating a lot of movies. I don't know if you guys realize too, if you have all these like movie apps, like streaming apps, all the movies that like are literally are an award for something, it's easy to be seen right now.
Correct.
So as I think Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo, I believe they were accepting like an award. And apparently there was like a guy in the stands. I do have his his name here. His name is what's his name? John Davidson. So basically people I know that was a big question too, is like, why is this dude there in the first place? Mm-hmm. So pretty much like Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo were accepting a speech, and then like out of nowhere they just hear like someone to shout out the hard ER, just blurt it out.
Like nigger.
And then like they were like, the fuck? But they kept, one thing I would say, they definitely kept it professional. They just kept it going, pretty much. And so the reason why that person was there, we were like, yo, what the hell is wrong with this dude? Why is there a racist there? Was he like, then it says here that John Davidson, he was there at the award show for the inspiration for the film I Swear, which was also honored that night. And he has a form of Tourette syndrome called chromprolalia. I don't even know how to pronounce that word, which causes him to say inappropriate or offensive things involuntarily. Okay. So that's what happened.
And out of everybody that was there, he had to pick the two black guys that were on stage to shout. Not the fat chick, not the crippled actor, not the short person in the room. He had to go after the black people to say that. So magically, it got activated when he saw two black men on stage.
Yeah, so there was a lot of questions. There was a lot of debates. Mm-hmm. A lot of people were trying to give him grace because of his condition. And before we even say anything, I want to say I do empathize for people who have Tourette syndrome, because that's like, that is a condition where it's like, having someone with Tourette's, you can't go everywhere, pretty much. You can't damn near go anywhere. The first time I was introduced to Tourette's is like while watching the movie Deuce Bigalow. I don't know if you ever seen it.
I've seen it.
And that funny scene where it's like he's on a date with a woman with Tourette's and she's just shouting out a lot of foul shit. So, but one thing I will say though, from my perspective, this dude is fucking wild. Yeah. Because I don't care if you have a condition, because it's like, yo, fam, the fact that you, obviously you're an adult, you know that word, and clearly you use that word in your spare time, you could have said anything. You could have said, hey, you fat, you ugly, you an idiot, you dumb, this and that, any other derogatory freaking term, but you choose that hard ER.
Yeah, it looks a certain way.
It looks a way.
Here's my thing. Mm-hmm. I've been living in this country long enough to notice a pattern. Whenever any white person go batshit crazy, do something racial, do something brutal, and do something heinous, they always follow back with their condition. Mm-hmm. And what I'm mad about is we don't get the same grace. If a nigga go in the hood and shoot a whole bunch of people, rob somebody, and somebody do a drive-by, they never highlight the mental health of that black person or that other ethnic group of a person. You get what I'm saying? Like, we see it with the school shooters. Oh my God, he had mental conditions. It's like, bro, let's, for 1 second, after we done grieving, let's assess what was being done. Because nobody's family want to hear that, oh, you had a mental breakdown. You have a condition. Because we live in a country that gives you the freedom enough, if you have the resources sometimes, may I add, to seek help and find help and better your condition and be on medication. Sometimes there's certain insurance companies that give you free insurance if you have a certain condition. So that's the part about it that I don't like, because we don't get those same graces. I ain't never heard somebody, robbed a 7-Eleven and the first thing they say on the news is, well, what caused him to do this is he had a mental breakdown because he couldn't pay his bills and his last resort was to go steal the money. No one has ever got on the news and said that.
He has to feed his children, so he robbed the store.
So it's always, they pick the dustiest picture you ever took in your life and blast you on national TV and feed in all the stereotypes, by the way, and literally create the gap or continue to create the gap between white and black people in America. That's the only thing I hate about it. Because, again, I respect the condition. I understand that some people cannot help the condition that they're in and their mental, like some people don't have all their mental faculties. I get that. But also, if you're going to bring that person to an award show and you understand that they have a tendency to shout random shit out, you could bring a helper. Stevie Wonder has a helper.
That's true.
Ray Charles, when he was performing, had helpers. Once you reach a certain age, people walking with a cane has helpers.
That is true.
If you in a wheelchair in this country, there's a special bus or special transportation that come get you. Like, the help exists.
That is true.
For a night like that, around people like this, there's too much money in the room. Too much is at stake, so that means too much is at risk. Like, the organizers of the award show should be ashamed of themselves.
Can we also mention the fact that, like, it's like not just some actors, it's 2 black actors in one of the best movies to come out
Correct.
in the past year during the Oscars. Mind you, this is during Black History Month.
Correct. And did he shout anything else with anybody else on stage that night? And that be my problem right there. Because your Tourette's got activated when you see 2 black men on stage.
Exactly.
It looks weird. That's all I'm saying.
Of course. And it's like, one thing about black people, and this is also like, it has been a discussion too, we always have to keep it professional. Mm-hmm. No matter how embarrassed
you have to turn the other cheek.
No matter how upset we are, they handled it with like class and like, it's just like, obviously you can tell they were fucking pissed because it's like, and even to an extent, like, you could be Michael B. Jordan, you could be Delroy Lindo, you could be Denzel, Will Smith. To the average white American, you still a nigga.
Correct. You're still a nigga that's good at something we enjoy.
A nigga in entertainment.
Yeah. But yeah, it's sucker shit, and yeah, I don't. All the excuses that I'm hearing, get him some help. Have him sit down with somebody that can help him out with his condition. That's it. Can
I ask you? Can we get sidetracked for a second?
Of course.
Because you mentioned that, like, when they use like a nigga in anything, and somebody's caught up in some shit, they use a dustiest picture. Mm-hmm. If a story come out about you, you know what picture I feel like they gonna dig up?
What picture?
Any FML picture where you show your grip.
Oh, I know. Yep. That's him right there, Your Honor.
He was a criminal.
Yep. Yeah. Monkey in a suit. Yeah. Yeah, man. That's who they are, man. But
I'm pretty sure them people in freaking in Paris be looking at Pharrell, where it's like, look at this black guy, freaking these grills. They're not noticing his $1 million watch on his wrist. They're just looking at the.
If I'm bringing my disabled sister somewhere, I'm gonna make sure she's with someone. Of course. So with that being said, just for that type of environment, act like you've been somewhere before. Like, you know, have some coof. Have some fucking sense. Like, I'm disgusted by it. I don't even know what to say because it's like, okay.
I understand.
It doesn't surprise me.
Well, actually, speaking of something that you don't know how to react to or know what to say to, in NBA news.
Oh, brother.
So a headline comes out, not by an Instagram page, by the NBA official website and pages. So the Atlanta Hawks.
So I said always Atlanta, man. Atlanta or Houston?
The Atlanta Hawks are honoring the legendary Magic City. They're calling it Magic City Night. On March 16th, they're going to have merch. They're going to have the famous lemon pepper wings at the arena.
Is this part of our Black History celebration? It's gonna be in March, so technically it won't be.
So I wanted to ask you, there's a lot of mixed feelings about the NBA incorporating a strip club as far as a highlight of.
Well, it's not far fetched because to me a strip club in Atlanta is part of the culture, exactly. So it's not far fetched. But I just feel like there's different ways to present something.
Yes.
Right? So to me, if you celebrate Magic City, you could say, hey, let's celebrate a staple business that's been in the community for years or decades. I would not just bring a plate of 100 lemon pepper wings and 3 strippers and be like, wow, this is Atlanta. Because it's not Atlanta. There's different facets of these places. Atlanta is home to a lot of genius producers, a lot of movers and shakers. It was the Black California in the last decade or so. You feel me? So, and Atlanta was at the helm of music when New York dropped the ball a decade or so ago. So I just feel like we're better than that. If you're gonna honor Magic City, I'd rather you go to bring the people from the games to Magic City, so you could kind of like give him more business or
have Adam Silver in freaking Magic City.
Yeah, give him a stack of ones. You know,
you don't gotta throw it.
You don't gotta throw it. Take a picture in between 2 thick chicks with the money phone, and salute. But having that shit display, it just feeds into a certain stereotype. Yes. And it's like, we already know these players get in the NBA, they blow their money on bitches and cars and clothes. Let's not keep, I guess, fueling that type of energy.
Let's stop the nigga shit.
Let's stop the nigga shit, bro. We just more than people that want to get some money so we can get bitches, cars, and clothes. That's it.
Exactly. And all right. And just my perspective, because I know there's probably somebody that either lives in Atlanta or from Atlanta. They're gonna be like, those motherfuckers don't know anything. We are starting the conversation by saying we are well aware of strip club culture in Atlanta.
It's a very important staple.
We're aware of strip club culture here in South Florida.
Correct. And I don't care where you live, you want to go to Magic City. You've heard about it in rap songs, lyrics, all that.
Because there's even some basketball players that think it's like they're indifferent about it. Like you have Luke Cornett from the Spurs saying that, this is not the message we should be saying. Same thing with Al Horford. He mentioned something that he didn't like it. But I'm pretty much indifferent about it. But my main opinion about Magic City and doing a collab with the Atlanta Hawks, having a Magic City night, I think there's a time and a place.
Correct.
Because, one thing I will give with Adam Silver, he's probably the most open-minded commissioner that we've probably ever had. And obviously, because it kind of makes sense because we all know that the Hawks are not really going anywhere this year. It's going to bring in crowd. It's going to make the NBA money. It's going to make the arena money. I do think it's a kind of a cool idea, but you have to understand, what if like a mother of 3 is bringing her kids there and then their child's gonna be like, hey, mommy, what is Magic City? Then they have to discuss about, this is a gentleman's club, this is a strip club, this is where women dance naked, this and that. Whereas people gotta understand, the NBA is a family-friendly team. It's a family-friendly league. So kind of incorporating the nightlife with kind of like family-esque events, it doesn't really, it's gonna clash at some point.
Yeah. And the other thing is, it goes to show their respect level for us and our businesses, because if you look at Morgan & Morgan. You see the commercials about their law firm all the time. The official sponsor to the Miami Heat. Mm-hmm. Don't play with me if you're not going to make me an official sponsor. If we're not going to have a paid partnership, don't get me wrong. Give me one night out the week. Thank you so much for acknowledging my existence. But at the end of the day, I have a business to run, just like the NBA has a business to run. So if you're not making Magic City an official partner of the Hawks, if you're not breaking bread with me, don't fucking play in my face.
Exactly.
To me.
I agree. And also, like, 'cause I know that we've had women.
You know how many car dealerships have a partnership with a fucking NBA team? And you telling me this strip club that's been pivotal in Atlanta culture for decades can't have a partnership with the Hawks? When probably half of the Hawks salary, team salary goes to the fucking strip club. They probably flying these girls out. They paying for their rent. They do, but the money is already in there. You might as well give them a partnership.
That is true.
Stop playing in my face.
I think, because like, one thing I would say before we leave with this topic is that, like, we're very aware of, like, how important, like, women in that field are. Like, we've had women here on night, like, that work in nightlife. They are hard work, like dancers, strippers, whatever you want to call them. They are hard-working women at the end of the day. Believe it or not, even though you can believe it's promiscuous, it's sinful.
It's still work.
It's still an honest, like, work. You like strippers pay taxes, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So that's just my thing. And let's, like, Adam Silver in the NBA, I think you kind of have more things to worry about than a Magic City collab night. You guys need to fix that fucking tanking problem.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's my personal opinion, because, like, real quick, as far as, like, with the tanking issue, just name me any NBA team right now.
Besides the one that they choose to show on TV?
Any team.
Any team?
Any team that comes to mind.
The Hornets.
The Hornets. I think LaMelo Ball has probably played maybe 30 games this year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I think he crashed his car the other day. Was it him or some shit? Yeah.
It was him. It was definitely him. Say if, like, something like the Clippers. We don't know when Kawhi Leonard is gonna play. Why am I gonna buy an NBA ticket if your main star is not gonna play?
It's you could tell, like, the agenda or how they go about business is drastically different from the NFL. And the game used to be a lot more exciting, man. People used to want to buy their favorite players' jersey. I can't remember the last time I bought a jersey.
Because these niggas go to a different team every 2 years. What's the point?
You're right. I can't even argue it. But it's like it's rare, like, because even me, I'm a share a fun fact with y'all. I've never been to a Heat game, and when I wanted to go to a Heat game, and I couldn't afford to go. That's when I wanted a D-Wade jersey. That's when I wanted, you get what I'm saying? That's when I wanted, when LeBron and Bosh was there, I wanted to go see the Big Three and shit like that. That was the fanfare that I'm used to and that I wanted. Mm-hmm. But nowadays, it's just, again, to me, the NBA now has a bunch of modeling agencies. Niggas want to walk through the tunnel with their fits, you know, and be on messy shit with bitches on the internet and be injured.
Because I understand that this draft class is one of the best draft classes. So that's the one thing that sucks about an upcoming good draft class, that a lot of teams are trying to tank so they can get a high draft pick. So it's going to be a lot of bad basketball. And that's why a lot of people like me don't buy basketball tickets often.
Or packages on TV because it's stupid.
Nigga, I own League Pass. And it's hard for me to see a game where everyone's playing.
And it's annoying, bro. It makes it not interesting.
Exactly, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But let's get through this. Let's get through this real quick. I just wanted to. I thought about some interesting shit during the week. What movie or what show? Well, let's do movies because movies is easier to do. Yeah. What movie do you feel like need a reboot or a sequel, and what franchise or what movie do you feel like doesn't need one? It's, you know, it's a classic, leave it the way it is. Because I see that Hollywood gets in that corner every once in a while where the writers they're not inspired, they have nothing creative to come up with, and they go back and dig up a classic and try to redo it. Like currently right now, I think they're working on Heat. Heat 2.
I never even seen the original Heat, believe it or not.
The original one is such a classic. You got Prime, Robert De Niro, prime Al Pacino, Val Kilmer. It's like,
but they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're gonna give you the A-list of the A-list actors because they're putting Leonardo DiCaprio in it. Leo doesn't fail if you really think about it.
He doesn't, but at the same time, who is he gonna play? What role is he gonna play? Because the storyline is already a certain way. The story we thought ended a certain way. So it's like, what new information are you gonna tell us 30 years, 20 years later?
Well, I will say is I think the best,
and that's the first movie I ever watched with my dad, by the way, Heat. So I'm excited, but I'm also like fearful about it because I'm like, what if you make me hate this?
I think the best reboot of all time, if it technically still considered a reboot because they still have like Tom Cruise is in it, I think Top Gun.
Top Gun? Okay.
That was better than the original, in my
I didn't even see the second one.
That was good. I'm personally, and I'm not trying to like slander like black creativity, but my personal opinion, I don't think we need another scary movie. That's just
it looks funny.
It looks funny, but it's like we're at a time now with entertainment where it's like, how much money are we gonna spend on nostalgia?
You're right.
That's just my personal opinion, and I look at it with sneakers too.
I'm tired of the Halloween movies. Like I done seen this Jamie Lee Curtis. I love her, but I done seen you from a young woman to now. You look like a grandma still playing in the same movie. God damn, they killed you how many times?
And speaking of Jamie Lee Curtis, is like they came out with another Freaky Friday, and I've heard they're doing a Devil Wears Prada too. Like,
oh no, I'm excited. That I'm excited about.
Do we need another Devil Wears Prada?
We didn't need a new Coming to America. We got it.
Not a bad example.
But speaking of like the ones that we want though, the best ones that I've seen so far, like I think the sequel to Mission Impossible, the second one was good. Most of the number 2s are good. The second movies are good. The Godfather Part 2 is good. The Matrix 2 is good. So there's been times where the franchise gets it right. Then they go super left on the third film or afterwards. But
if I had to do a request, like I think a movie that needs a reboot and I think
or a sequel
or a sequel, I think it would be good depending on the casting. I think it's time to make a new Harlem Nights.
I think they were working on that a few years ago, and then
Hopefully. I think it's time. Because Harlem Nights is such, like, a classic movie to me. Because, like, what I love about Harlem Nights is that, like, it's a movie that came out, I want to say, in the 80s or the late 80s or, like, the early 90s. Mm-hmm. But what I love about the movie, especially around that time, it kind of touched on, like, mafia lifestyle, but for black people.
Okay.
And what's special about that movie is that they use literally all of the A-list black comedians in that movie.
That would be dope.
Yeah, they kind of like did something somewhat similar to it when Kevin Hart had that show with Don Cheadle, which was kind of cool. But I really think it's like a new age comedy of like a black comedy with in Harlem Nights.
But you know why it's never probably gonna happen. These niggas are it's gonna
they don't hate each other.
I don't think they hate each other. I think ego comes into play because you
need Cat Williams.
We need Cat Williams. We need Mike Epps. We need Kevin Hart.
Deion Cole. Like
we need them. And I think we do it. They do have the talent to make it happen. It's gonna be a matter of, I want to do the movie. You want to do the movie? Like, you know Kevin Hart is coming in. He's going to want the most percentage of everything.
Exactly. Dave
or he's going to want his production company to fucking fund it. And other niggas are going to be like, hey, wait, hold on. Like, you not funnier than me. Why do you deserve this? Why do you need a private jet to come to set and I can't get one? It's going to be a lot of shit.
Why does your trailer by yourself have to be a mansion?
Yeah, so...
Speaking of that, bro, I heard the trailer for Robert Downey Jr. for the new Avengers movie. That shit is tough.
I've never seen it. I when I leave here, I'll check it out.
No, this one actor said that he went in there and it's like this nigga got all art of just him as Doomsday and shit. It's like,
oh, that's dope.
The rollout for that shit is gonna be insane. That's one movie I can't wait to watch this year.
Okay, I wanted to talk about something that's not on the list.
We got 4 minutes.
Real quick.
It's never real quick.
I'm going to make it quick. I was discussing this earlier. As somebody that's about to get married, right? Yeah. And obviously, you're in the process. Like, every day is a new bill. Every day is something different to worry about. As the man filling those shoes right now, has your woman ever come to you and be like, babe, I just thought all day on 10 ways that I think that we could use to save money. Or is it always, be honest, or is it always one battle after another, one bill after another?
Do you want my answer, or do you want me to just shit on my wife? No. That's the question I have to ask.
No, I'm asking
give you an answer.
I'm asking if it gets easier or gets cheaper. Because realistically, like, I don't think it is.
All right, I have a simple answer.
Give me the simple answer.
You might walk off the set when I tell you. It's really simple.
What's the simple answer?
Her way of telling me that, I can figure out a way to save us some money. Let's get a Costco membership.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. I just wanted to know because I'm like, bro, because I was dating this girl, right? I'm going to make this short and sweet. She wanted to just randomly go to brunch and lunch like throughout the week. But I noticed she would also be like, hey, we still need a formal date night. And I'm like, if we spend the whole week spending money, why do we still need to have a set date night? We've been out all week. And more importantly, there's a cute little machine in the kitchen that's called the stove. It's able to produce everything that you want to eat.
Oh, I got to ask you a quick question. Because, like, a woman always say that men never want to go out. You as a man, if your significant other was, like, paying for the dates, would you want to go out more?
I'm not even... I enjoy going out, but I use it as a treat. I think if you overdo it, then it becomes less special. You get what I'm saying? I'd rather be at the crib. You know how much rent is? So it's like I wanna enjoy being in the house as much as I can. And like I said, like I was about to say, ladies, there's a little machine called the stove in the kitchen. If you ever have some time, check it out. But once you turn it on, you able to make whatever the restaurant has right there next to your living room. That's all.
Because it's so funny, like, one thing I'll quickly add to is that, like, one thing about men, we will enjoy the amenities of where we at.
Yes.
Because, like, say, like, even with our wedding, it's like, Gael has, like, a big excursion with all her bridesmaids and all her girlfriends, right? And then she asks me, hey, what are you doing, Gary? I'm like, I'm going to be on the resort, enjoying the 4 beaches, the all-inclusive food, the liquor. I'm going to get a massage. I'm actually going to relax.
Yeah.
Because men actually like to enjoy the amenities.
And we like to relax. We like our peace.
So that's the one thing I would say, like, with men, as far as, like, would we go out more if, like, if the woman was spending the money on the dates? I honestly think nothing would change.
I think we would order the same shit we typically order. Because at the end of the day, we end up paying for it in some way, shape, or form. Because if she used her money on you, she's out of money. Now you got to give her money. You don't win.
Hey, that's love.
That's love. That's life. But, yeah, man, I'm excited about this year. There's a lot of changes. Yes. Personal changes, business changes. I just can't speak too much on some of the plans that me and Gary have for you guys. I enjoy the space that we're in, content-wise. Thank you guys for believing in us, taking that journey with us, watching, subscribing, sharing. I think for the last 6 months, it's been a consistent 30 to 50,000 people checking out our content on all platforms combined. Yeah. And none of that could be possible without you guys and your contribution and your support. So thank you again. I go by the name of Cheech, aka Mr. Consistency, aka I'm next. AKA, man, see you in 2 weeks. That's all I got for y'all today.
It's gonna be 2 weeks?
Oh, well, 3, I don't know. We'll talk about it. See you when we see you. See you when we see you. Well, hopefully Gary leaves us with enough clips to sprinkle and feed the nations while, he's shaking the tail feather.
Hey, unless Dolph wants to work overtime. Well, I go by the name of Gary, a.k.a. In Gary We Trust, a.k.a. Mr. Sneaker Convo, a.k.a. I support my friends and not fiends.
And oh yeah, Dolph might not have the time because he's an executive producer for multiple broadcasts now. It might be a little tougher for him to commit 100%.
Whatever.
Well, we are these
See
idiots.
you next time.